Are you ready to stop being your own worst enemy and start manifesting with more ease and flow? You're in the right place. Got this video for you. I'm going to teach you the R.E.S.T acronym because we all need some rest, don't we? And when you start applying the R.E.S.T acronym into your life, you can transform the being your own worst enemy, I'm not good enough, into I'm beginning to appreciate myself. I'm beginning to speak better to myself. I'm beginning to transform my energy, my point of attraction, so I can allow into my life what I've been asking for instead of blocking it. All right, and T is the most important one, so you definitely want to stay to the end to make sure you understand what the T stands for in R.E.S.T. Hey, if you're new to my channel, I'm Andy Dooley. I'm a manifestation breakthrough expert, author, coach, and I'm here to teach you how to rest so you can get more of what you want with less effort and more fun. Now, I've coached clients for the past 10 years, over 1,000 clients, one-on-one, traveled the world teaching this stuff. I started Tut.com with my brother Mike and my mom, creator of the Vibration Activation, Manifestors Cafe. Today, you're going to learn how to stop being your own worst enemy, because this is one of the biggest blocks I see again and again. When people finally learn to become their own best friend, to start appreciating themselves, man, the things that they've been asking for start showing up in the perfect time, in the perfect way. So I think you can relate to saying all the affirmations, trying to visualize and meditate and drink green tea and do all these things, EFT tapping, and still not working. Let's transform that. Are you ready to transform that? Yes? Thumbs up? All right, so the first R stands for recognize. You gotta recognize that you're running a pattern. And we think we are our emotions. We think we're the pattern, but you're actually not. So you got to recognize, sometimes I have to spell this stuff out. You got to recognize that you're running a pattern of negative self-talk. And you've gotten so good at it that it just becomes automatic, and you think, well, this is just who I am, That negative thinking just gets bigger and bigger. You suck. You're not good enough. Nobody gets you. You don't fit in. You're a weirdo. You're woo-woo, whatever. That negative thinking kicks in. You got to have awareness as well. Awareness is a big part of that. Awareness, and you're halfway there. When you start to become aware that, oh, I'm running a pattern, but this is not who I really am, that's a big game changer. So we got to have the awareness. Recognize, awareness. And when you find yourself running that negative pattern of negative thinking, right? You're on the bitch train, right? In life, there's two trains of thought. There's the bitch train, negative thinking, negative focus, complaining. And then there's the bliss train, right? Complimenting, appreciating, positive self-talk, words of encouragement to yourself and others. Yes? Okay. So when you catch yourself running that train of thought, you want to say, you know the one, stop, cancel, clear, get the negative thinking out of here. Now, I know it sounds cheesy, stop. I've used it for years, and every time you commit to using it, it works. Stop, cancel, clear. Get the fear out of here. Stop, cancel, clear. We'll just leave, I don't want to run out of space. Stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. Now, are you using it? Because maybe you've heard me teach this before, and you're like, oh, yeah, stop, cancel, clear. It doesn't work for me. It works if you're committed. So I got to back up and say, listen, if you're really not committed to transforming your darkness into light, fear into love, nothing's going to work. When you really commit, right, you get what you're committed to in life. So when you commit to this rest and saying, stop, cancel, clear, get that negative thinking out of here, get the F out of here. Or this was my newest favorite version is stop. So you're going, oh, I suck. I'm not good enough. See, I'm a failure. See, I start things but never finish them. I suck. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. My mom and dad didn't love me. Blah, 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 blah. Say stop, cancel, clear. All my love is here. It's here. We're out there trying to get love, get validation, get approval. but it's all inside of you. This is the journey of awakening and transforming your consciousness and becoming a deliberate creator instead of a default creator. All right? So that is the first R. You just got to recognize, have that awareness, write that shit down, stop, cancel, clear. All my love is here. And then we're going to shift, right? Because there's where you are and there's where you want to be. We're going to shift over here. But it's a journey. It's a bridge. You need a bridge to get from here, worst enemy, over here, your best friend. All right. So first we got to recognize. Are you recognizing? Recognizing what you're doing to yourself? First step. Okay. E. You got to embrace the negative emotions. Instead of pushing the emotions away, you got to embrace the negative emotions. Embrace what you're feeling, because then you can transform it. But if you go, I don't want to feel angry, I don't want to feel overwhelmed, I don't want to feel frustrated, get away. It's just what you resist, persist. Carl Jung said that a long time ago. Okay, so you got to just embrace it. All right, just acknowledge, I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I'm being my own worst enemy. Ugh. And just be with it for a moment. Breathe into it. Breathe into the frustration, the anger, the overwhelm, whatever it is coming up for you. You got to honor it. It's a gift. Emotions are gifts. Think emotions. Embrace your emotions. We'll put emotions here just because I want you to, sometimes if you see it and hear it and start to feel it, it kind of can click a little bit better. So we want to embrace your emotions. Yes, all of them. All right. Now here's science shows that a strong negative emotion arises. Something's triggered you. You're beating yourself up. If you just breathe into it for 90 seconds, it'll totally dissipate. Then you got to shift your focus, and you got to understand what S and T is for, and the T is really important. Okay, so we've got to recognize, we got to embrace our emotions, breathe into it, honor it, and that's how you can move emotion. That instead of it being blocked energy, you start to release it, which raises your point of attraction, so you can start receiving more of what you've been asking for, right? Are you with me so far? I do this every week inside my Manifestors Cafe. We're going to erase all of that now because I'm going to show you the S and the T. I do this weekly. I do this with my clients one-on-one. And here's another thing. 68 seconds is all it takes to shift your point of attraction. 68 seconds. Now, if you have an intense negative emotion, give it 90 seconds. All right. The S, you know what the S stands for. Story. But I already know your frustration around story. Okay. You've heard every speaker under the planet. Speakers, gurus, teachers, thought leaders, channelers. They've all say, hey, man, just tell a new story. Just tell a new story of wealth and abundance. Tell the new story of falling in love with your soulmate. Just tell the new story. It's like, how do you tell a new story? Because when you're in your shit and you're beating yourself up, it's really hard to just tell a new story, okay? So that's why you got to recognize, embrace, neutralize the negative emotion by breathing into it, right? Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Let's try that now. That's how you can release the negative emotion. You inhale for 5. Inhale. Exhale. Do that for 68 seconds or 90 seconds. You'll totally release and neutralize that negative emotion. But you got to do it. If you want the transformation, you've got to apply. You got to put in the application. Okay, the implementation. If you want a transformation, you've got to do the implementation. Simple. But so I'm going to teach you how to tell a new story. Now, if you're with me for a while, you've worked with me already, you know the transition story, and it's really powerful, and it's good for your brain, because when your brain hears it, it goes, okay, I can believe that. Because a lot of us make the mistake of, here we are beating ourselves up, our own worst enemy, criticizing, I hate my life. I hate it. Nothing works. I suck. It doesn't work. I start and stop. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm fucked up, blah, blah, blah. And you want to be over here where you're appreciating, celebrating who you are. You like who you are. You're beginning to love who you are. But there's a gap. And you got to bridge this gap. And you try to jump here and go, I love myself. I'm wonderful. I'm the best thing that ever happened. And your brain says, bullshit, you hate yourself. So we got to tell the transition story. And there's 3 magic words. The first one is beginning. And yes, this is an Andy Dooley original. A lot of people go, oh, that's really great. Where'd you come up with that? Who'd you hear that from? It's like, yeah, Andy Dooley. You know that guy? Okay, beginning. I think I spelled that wrong. Becoming, right? I'm becoming. I'll show you how this works in a second. And then my favorite, allowing. Oh, it's so juicy. Okay, so when you start saying, and you do this, you got to do 68 seconds. That's all it takes. Thank you, Abraham Hicks, for 68 seconds is all it takes to change your point of attraction. Now they say the energy is accelerating and it's not 68 seconds. Now it's like 60 seconds or 64 seconds. So you say, you put your hands on your heart, breathe into your heart. You say, I'm beginning to release the resistance. I'm beginning to appreciate myself. I'm beginning to feel better about my situation. I'm beginning to make progress. I'm beginning to walk into the next best chapter of my life. I'm becoming more easygoing. I'm becoming my own best friend. I'm becoming more focused. I'm becoming more easygoing about all of this. What are you becoming? What do you want to become, right? What's important to you right now? And then allowing, right? Breathe into this. I'm allowing myself to feel better. I'm allowing myself to make peace with where I'm at, right? Let's make peace with where you're at. You are where you are. It is what it is. But from here, worst enemy, to here, you can get there. It's a journey. It's a bridge. I'm beginning to feel better. I'm becoming more confident. I'm allowing myself to receive the guidance, to receive what I've been asking for. Can you feel the shift in the energy? So your assignment, I'm going to give you an assignment, is to make a list or comment down below. I'd love to see just come up with one beginning sentence, one becoming sentence, and one allowing sentence, and feel that. Right? You just get a few of these sentences that feel good. You feel a shift in your energy. It's not quantity. It's the quality of the thought that shifts your energy. So when you feel a shift and you're moving here to feeling better over here as opposed to feeling worse over here, beginning, becoming, allowing, it shifts the energy. And this is how you start becoming your own best friend. But you've got to do the work. Remember, without implementation, there is no transformation. You can write that shit down. All right, the T, most important. Now, if you like this, I do this every week inside my Manifestors Cafe. Yes, it's an online membership. We raise the vibe. It's interactive. Have a blast or work with me one-on-one. My little board's moving here. Whoa, it's moving. We're making some changes. T, you know what T stands for? And the T doesn't stand for thank you. T stands for, oh yes, you got to tune in to your heart. This is where the magic is, right in your heart. I know it can almost sound cheesy, but are you taking the time every day to really tune into your heart, to listen to the voice within, to tune into your higher self or inner being, source, divinity, God, love, light, because that's who you really are. Remember, this portion of you in a physical body, right? Your source energy in a physical body, your infinite intelligence, and you are such a powerful creator. You're such a powerful manifester. You can't get any more powerful than creating the universe. Now, I know for some of you, you're not ready for that, and that's okay. But just play along that you are the creator of your reality. And the answers, the guidance, the support, it's in your heart. It's always been there, and it will always be there. So if you're running around and reacting to that and the news and the drama and the politics and the debt and the divorce and the disease and the drama of life, then you're in your head. You got to get in your heart. And this will give you rest. And you got to tune in. 68 seconds, 5 minutes of meditation a day. And it doesn't have to be meditation because I know for some people it's like, gardening, baking, cooking, taking a dog for a walk, get out in nature, connect, Just be. Just be for 5 minutes a day. Find that silence, whether it takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Take a hot bath. There's so many things you really want to be doing so you can tune into your heart to receive the love, the guidance, the support, because it's always there. You know, the silence isn't empty. The silence is filled with answers and inspiration and healing energies. But if you're not taking the time, then you can't receive it. You know, if someone's knocking on your door and you don't open the door, you can't receive the gifts they're trying to give you. All right, so that is rest. Please rest, get some sleep, recognize the negative train of thought, embrace your emotions, feel it, use the stop, cancel, clear, embrace it, breathe into it, release it, neutralize the emotions. S, tell a new story, beginning, becoming, allowing. It's a bridge. You can go from here over to here. I've seen it. I've done it myself. You can do it too. And T, you got to tune in. The more you tune in, the more you're aware. The more you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, as Abraham Hicks would say. All right, so if you like this, please like, comment, leave your that's right sentences or your beginning, becoming, and allowing sentences in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. I'd like to comment on them. If you want to learn more about me, go to andydooley.com, take my free quiz, find out what block is blocking your manifestations the most. Maybe it's worst enemy. There's 4 other blocks that block people. I'll make videos about those too. So thank you so much for watching this. Share it with a friend. I really appreciate you. Go out there, be the magic, the love, the light. Transform your darkness into light, fear into love. The world needs you now more than ever. You are here to wake up humanity. Can I get a namaste? Leave a comment with a namaste, at least minimum. All right, have a bitchin' beautiful day, and namaste.